more energy, more strength, more health. We're seeing
City in Edmond.
Welcome back, everyone, to Purple Stadium at Bishop McGinnis High School here in Oklahoma City. Glad to have you along on 96.1 KXY, as well as on YouTube across the nation and everywhere else you may be, especially those watching in Arizona tonight. Glad to have you along on our broadcast as these two teams now meet for the third time this season, the second in USL Pro League action. But again, the third time this season as the two met in the third round of the U.S. Open Cup, with Arizona winning in extra time by a score of 2-1. Mo, it continues to rain here in Oklahoma City. It has rained all day long. We've been talking about the field conditions, and here in about a minute we're going to find out how they're going to play a factor tonight.
Yeah, if you look at the field now, there's puddles forming, certainly along the touchline. I haven't been out into the middle, but certainly along the touchline there's a number of wet spots and pools of water.
Fans are still making their way in, although it will not be a sellout crowd tonight. The weather keeping several thousand away, of course, as had been expected. But it's still a good crowd despite the weather, and they will hopefully be a late arriving crowd. Some more fans look like they've been staying dry, Mo, until the start of the game. But again, a good crowd making their way in.
Yeah, I mean, I walked along and there's people coming in with the big Pacamacs and what do you call them?
Ponchos.
Ponchos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's a thing that if you come and watch a game, whether it's raining or not, you'll come.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Arizona will have the kickoff to start the game tonight. They are going to be moving from south to north, or from our right to our left. There is no wind tonight because of this front that has come in and kind of stalled over Oklahoma. There is no wind tonight, so that is not a factor, but the field conditions will be a factor as the ball will skip off the turf. You have puddles, as Mo talked about, and so it will be a very slick surface. The three up front for Arizona tonight, you heard Jimmy talk about it in the pregame show. The main man they assigned just recently, Long Tan, he will be in the middle. He came in, played his first game, played 90 minutes in their last game, and really performed well. Brad Stisser and Shiloh Shuma will also be up front. The goalie for Arizona is Evan Newton, and we are almost underway, and referee Leland Grant has us underway. And welcome to Energy FC Soccer as the ball is in the air off the kickoff, and it's won by the Energy. And so we will quickly see how the field conditions will act here as we're just underway, and they're playing in a very wet part of the field on the near side near the touchline, and Michael Thomas actually knocks the ball out of bounds, and so we'll have an early throw in by Arizona just off to our left from about 40 yards out. They will control the ball through the midfield with Daniel Atunez. He sends it to the far side, and Pibo Due makes a diving header onto the ground and into the water, and actually makes another header now as the ball comes back out to Arizona. In the middle of the field, they're working with Daniel Atunez here in the middle. The ball comes now to the near side, to the touchline, looking for a pass down the touchline, and there it is, but it's out of bounds and off of, looked like off of maybe Michael Thomas again.
Yeah, he's been very prominent, Michael, in the first 5 minutes. There's a chance.
And here's a shot by Arizona, knocked down by Samir Bader, and finally cleared by the Energy. An early chance for Arizona here, but the Energy, off of a great save by Samir, have it on the attack as they look to Kyle Gregg, who got through the defensive line, but it was knocked down by that defensive backfield. And so now Arizona has it. Intercepted in the air by Abraham Vion. Adedujeri now with it, just in front of the Energy bench. There is Kyle Miller to Vion, and stolen by Paolo Del Piccolo, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be an Energy throw-in in front of their own bench just off to our right. Kyle Miller will throw it in here in the second minute, just underway. Obviously no score. No one has scored yet, although Arizona had a great chance just then. Here is Michael Thomas with the ball. Tries to look for Kyle Gregg down the line. Has him. Now to Adedujeri. Otto will look for a cross. It is in the air. Floats up in the air and chested down by Scott Morrison or London Woodbury. Make that to his keeper, Evan Newton, who's making his 18th appearance of the season. And so he will control it from his goalie area.
Could have done really there with one of the lads really attacking the ball. No one did, and the guy had a little bit of time, which he shouldn't have in the box, to chest it down to his keeper.
Dan Delgado with the ball off of the punt from the keeper. Here's a slide tackle by Dewey, and he got it, but now a far pass into the box for Arizona. Here's another chance, a shot, and Samir knocks it off the post, out of bounds for a corner kick. Once again, another opportunity for Arizona, so a slow start for the Energy here tonight defensively, Mo, as they've given Arizona 2 good chances.
Yeah, and they've made those 2 chances, and they seem to be getting behind the fullbacks, both Carl and Peebo. Although Peebo's done very well on intercepting a couple of passes, they've got behind Carl and Peebo twice, so we've got to watch that a little bit.
And that shot was taken by Long Tan. Here's the corner kick in the air, headed out by the Energy. That will skip off the turf, out of bounds, far side of the field, or the pitch, on the far touchline. It'll be a throw-in here in the 4th minute of play, no score.
Yeah, you can see how wet it is. I mean, the guy, I think it was Michael Thomas, got his head to it, and he headed it from the 6-yard box. It hit the deck and then shot off and went out for a throw-on. So it really is wet out there. I mean, my goodness, it must be coming off of there like 6 million mile an hour.
Yeah. The throw-in was knocked out of bounds by Shiloh Shuma of Arizona, and the throw-in went to the Energy. Ball is now played in the middle of the field. Gareth Evans has it, looks down the field, but this one kind of careens off the side of his boot, out of bounds. Not a good pass by Gareth. And Evans was looking for Dugeri, and it's a throw-in for Arizona.
Which is unusual for Gareth, because he normally hits a very, very good long ball.
Throw-in comes in, headed down by Brad Stisser. Goes to Atunez, now far side it goes. Here's a pass into the box, into the air, floats up. Miller with the header out to Abraham Vion. Vion brings it down to Dugeri. Dugeri will slow it up and send it back to Miller. Miller to Michael Thomas in the middle of the field. Thomas looking for someone, long pass now, looking for Delgado, but it kind of holds up and it's headed out defensively. Here is Atunez now with the ball. Arizona quickly across midfield. Shuma with it, and he will slow it up just to the right of the circle across midfield, and now they'll bring it back behind the stripe and set up once again, but it's actually Delgado who puts his foot in there, kind of disturbed the pass, and Arizona will work with it here to Scott Morrison, and he switches sides of the field, and Dewey giving chase, and Peebo will knock it out. Will it go out? Yes, it will, as it's kind of held up in a puddle.
You can see how wet it is. Peebo turned to strike it and actually lost his footing.
Arizona with another chance, and in the box, and there's an offsides call. Long Tan was offsides, so it'll be a free kick for the Energy here in the 6th minute of play, no score. So they are definitely looking for Long Tan offensively, Mo. 6'1", 170.
That's unusual for a Chinese lad. They're normally 5'6",
a little
5'8".
shorter, yeah.
Yeah, but he's a tall lad, isn't he? I was most surprised, yeah.
Here's the free kick headed up by Kyle Gregg, brought down by Delgado. Delgado looking for someone to pass to. Has Dewey, back to Delgado, far touchline, about 35 yards out, working one-on-one against Atunez. Into the middle, it comes to Medranda. Medranda, back to Dewey, over to Delgado. With the left foot, looking for a pass into the box. Has nowhere to go. Now holds up, now goes toward the goal line, sends it across, and Vion is right there with a shot, but it's just to the left of the post, and it'll be a goal kick for Arizona.
That was a very, very good chance. Delgado done really well there. Abe maybe could have done a little bit better there, but obviously slid off to come off quick, and you've got to get your shot in fast, otherwise they're going to come and close you down. So a little bit unlucky there.
Goal kick is played short by Evan Newton, who's giving up 1.87 goals per game. Has 65 saves on the year. A good number of saves for the keeper. Here's a ball into the box, and the flag is up as Abraham Vion is offsides on the header by Dugeri over to him. Ball kind of held up, and before Dugeri could get the pass off, Vion was back behind the defensive line, so it's an offsides. It'll be a free kick for Arizona. 7th minute of play here at a very wet Purple Stadium. Really the first inclement weather game we've had, Mo, all season long, especially like this.
Yeah, certainly.
Here is Long Tan. Long Tan on the goal kick. Could not control it. Energy now have it. Delgado looking for Kyle Gregg, and it's off of his chest over to Dujeri. It's a 2-on-1. Dujeri in the box, and he shoots, and this ball is going to go left of the post. Another goal kick for Arizona, but another good chance by Oklahoma City here, as now they're starting to roll a little bit offensively, Mo.
Yeah, they're starting to get back into the game now. They always seem to have a 5-minute snooze at the beginning of the game, but now they're back into it, and they've had two very good chances, which you know, with a little bit of luck, they could have been 2 up.
Here's the goal kick by Newton, up into the air, headed up, flicked up by Stisser, straight up into the air, and Kyle Miller gets pushed off the ball, and a foul is called as Miller gets pushed off into probably one of the deepest puddles on the field.
Yeah, I think he thinks he's just done a little bit of water skiing there. That must be the biggest puddle on the park.
James Ritchie, the assistant coach for Energy, up with us. You guys have a dryer in the locker room, Ritchie? No? You might need one, huh? Or another change of uniforms.
I was surprised that the ref never spoke to Tan there, because he just hit him in the middle of the back. No attempt for the ball at all.
On the restart, Arizona has it. Long Tan now with it on a nice pass down the field. 1-on-2, he's working into the box, takes a shot, and it's off of Mark Howard's foot. It'll go out of bounds for a corner kick for Arizona, their second of the game.
It's a game of very quick changes, isn't it? I mean, 1 minute is at one end, 1 minute is at the other end. They've had two good chances. We've had two good chances.
A lot of long balls by both teams, considering the weather.
Yeah,
they're not going to have a lot of possession plays tonight.
They're not going to play. They're not going to play around in the box. They're going to play it long, and hope the other team makes a mistake. And that's where the goals are going to come from. Someone making a ricket or getting over the back of somebody.
Here is the free kick by Scott Morrison, or the corner kick. It is lined in there, headed out by Thomas. Back to Widener St. Cyr. He goes to the far touchline, comes to the edge of the box, and it is knocked away by Thomas. Still a battle for the ball down deep in the corner, and it's knocked out by Thomas again. It'll be another corner kick for Arizona, number 3 on the night. Mercy can help you do more of what you love. Go to mercy.net/performance to learn how. Mercy, proud sponsor of Energy FC. Jack Damrow, Mo Borm, Jim Byers from Pribble Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. In the 10th minute, no score between Arizona and Energy FC. Here's the corner kick. This one's floated in there, up in the air, and headed out. It's going to be a goal kick. Actually, a foul is going to be called. As they said, Jalen Robinson climbed the back as he tried to head that ball in, and so it will be a foul coming out for the Energy.
Yeah, not a bad corner though. Back of the 6-yard box, you know, very difficult to defend against. People running in, you're standing backwards, trying to go backwards, and he did get up above it, but he used his arms to climb up on, I think it was Kyle Miller.
Bader will take the free kick. It is up into the air, and this ball is going to go out of bounds. It will be another throw-in for Arizona near midfield. Scott Morrison will take the throw-in. He sends it back to Woodbury. Woodbury goes to the far side to Robinson. Robinson sends a long pass up, looking for Tan, and it's headed out by Mark Howard. Headed back by Arizona and taken by Woodbury. And Woodbury looks for a pass, and it goes out of bounds. An Energy throw-in on the far side of the field near midfield.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a series of mistakes tonight. I mean, you know, the ball's skimming off people, and you got to control it, and it bounces away from you, and then the next minute it hits a puddle and stops. So I think there's going to be a trial of errors here.
The throw-in went off of an Energy player. Looked like it went off of Delgado, so another throw-in for Arizona. Or was there a foul called?
He's called a foul.
I guess he called a foul, yeah.
I can't see the keeper coming up that far.
Yeah, no. So there will be a free kick for Arizona back in their 40th minute, or around 40 yards out from their own goal. Arizona in their red uniforms with yellow socks and blue shorts. Energy in their home greens tonight. Green shorts, or green shirts, white shorts, and green socks. And the ball is out as it was kicked out by the Energy. It'll be a throw-in for Arizona near midfield, far side of the field, in their offensive half. No score here tonight in the 12th minute. Glad to have you along. Energy will have one more home game on Saturday night before we hit the road for a couple of games to the middle part of the country, to Pennsylvania and Ohio. As the throw-in is kicked out by Arizona, it'll be a throw-in now for the Energy. LA Galaxy will be in town on Saturday night. Hope to have you here at the stadium. And there is a foul as Michael Thomas is tripped up. And so the Energy will have a free kick at midfield in their defensive half, and they will slow it up, and Mark Howard will take this free kick. I'm sure they're probably in no hurry. A 1-0 or 1-0 victory, Mo, probably would suffice by either team tonight, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it would, but you know, they don't want to rush into anything. They just want to make sure that all the players are in positions, and you know, because they're not going to get many chances, although you'd think they would with this sort of conditions.
Right.
But I think both sides are going to be very, very conservative in their defending, and they're going to play. I mean, as it seems at the moment, they're both playing long balls.
Yeah.
And you know, they're not trying to mess around with it too much.
Arizona has possession. Woodbury has it, and he sent it near side to Morrison, but it kind of deflected off of Dugeri. No, it did not. Wow.
Well,
it looked like it deflected off of Ada.
That definitely came off Ada.
But they gave it to the Energy on the throw-in.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Both the referee and the linesman gave it. So we must be watching a different game.
Energy have it. Now Arizona has it, and they will send it out of bounds just to clear it out of the area. So it'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City, far side of the field, from about, we'll call that about 12 to 14 yards up from the goal line.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas will head over there to take the throw-in.
And with all due respect to the Arizona lads, they if there's any problem, it's out. Not when in doubt, kick it out. They don't mess around.
Especially tonight.
Yeah, that's you know, good tactics.
Here's a throw-in, headed up, now headed out by Arizona and finally cleared out. And the ball will skip out of bounds. It'll be an Energy throw-in. See, these games, Mo, when it's this wet, this nasty outside, the field's in this bad conditions, the game can go one of two ways. Either high scoring, because there's no defense, or no scoring at all.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
We'll see. And a whistle, and they're going to say Abraham Vion fouled. So it'll be a free kick for Arizona, and they quickly put it back into play. Looking for the long pass down the field, and that is a bad pass, and it sails all the way into the box, and Bader is right there. He will quickly throw it out to Mark Howard. Howard up to Thomas. Thomas now up to Delgado, and back to Thomas. And he's looking for a long pass. Sends it to the midfield to Dugeri, and Dugeri looking for Gareth Evans, and that ball was going out of bounds, but he got lucky because it hit a puddle and stopped, and Gareth was able to maintain possession of the ball.
See, that's what I'm talking about really, we shouldn't be playing that. He should have tried to turn and go at people, you know, and he should have had a call to say that. That could have caused a goal there if it hadn't been for that puddle.
Here is Kyle Miller now with the ball, looking for Dan Delgado, and Delgado was offsides.
That was too close, I tell you.
It was close. It looked like Delgado was a step behind Woodbury, or make that St. Cyr, and so he was offsides.
In all fairness, though, the linesman's spot on. I mean, he's right in line with the play, so we're at an angle, which, you know, it always looks as though it's not. But
yeah, sure. So free kick for Arizona. We are in the 16th minute. No score from Oklahoma City between the Energy and Arizona. Free kick is up in the air. Taken by Arizona just outside the box, and a shot just wide right as Bader goes diving to his left. And it'll be a goal kick for Oklahoma City, but a good shot from about 25 yards out by Arizona.
Yeah, I think this is a game where it's shoot on sight. Anything you see from 25 yards, 30 yards, you've got to hit it because it's going to come off the deck like a rocket, as you saw there.
Yeah.
But fortunately, it was a little bit off direction. So
Bader will take the goal kick, and it's a good one considering the conditions. And it's headed out by Arizona, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Energy's Kyle Miller, just in front of the Arizona bench. Throw-in comes into Kyle Gregg, and the ball is out, and it went off of Miller's shin as Brad Stisser was able to get a foot on it. Arizona has a throw-in right at midfield, right below us. It comes into Long Tan. Tan looking for a pass, goes right to St. Cyr. Now down the line, it gets held up in a puddle, and the Energy take over. There's where the defense sometimes will have the advantage, Mo,
Yep.
on the ball that gets held up in a puddle.
Yep.
Jimmy Madronda now with possession, and he has it taken away. Tried a nifty move, but kind of held up in the water, and Arizona was able to take it away.
You can't afford to run with the ball, you know, and he's running with it, and he's almost the last third of the park, which is really a crazy thing. You can't do that. I don't think he had much option, but you know, if you get caught with it and it just gets stuck under your feet, gives the defender a chance to come in and get you.
Morrison sent it into the area, and it was knocked out by Evans, and now knocked out again by the Energy after a throw-in. So it'll be another throw-in for Arizona, deep into the corner, just near the arc. Ball comes into the edge of the box. Morrison has it, looking for a cross. There it is, and headed out by Howard. Woodbury comes up on it and kicks it away and kicks it out of bounds. It'll be an Energy goal kick here in the 18th, 19th minute with no score between these two clubs. Eat, drink, and play at Kickapoo Casino, Hare and Shawnee. 2 locations, just 30 minutes from Oklahoma City. Kickapoo Casino, get rewarded. Jack Damrow, Mo Borum from Pribble Stadium, where it has rained all day long here, all night really, and all day here in Oklahoma City. About 3 inches of rain in some areas of this state, in the neighborhood of 5 inches, and just across the border in Texas, they had major floods of about 15 inches. That closed Interstate 35, the main thoroughfare between Oklahoma City and Dallas this morning.
Oh, well played.
Here is the Energy with possession, and a hill pass by Delgado to Villon, and he has it taken away by Morrison, but the ball comes right back to Kyle Miller. Miller looking for Delgado. Ball is still loose. Kind of some sloppy play right now. Let's see who comes out with it. It'll be Arizona. Stisser with it, and Dugeri goes down in the puddle. Stisser still with it. Another player down, and the ball finally knocked out by Thomas, and Dugeri slow in getting up. Throw in for Arizona, and they quickly get it in. A bad pass. Let's see, they'll be able to keep it in. Widner St. Cyr keeps it in, far side. Still possession. Tries to change and goes to the outside to the touchline, has a pass, and it's intercepted by Thomas. Thomas will run with it to the middle to Kyle Gregg. Gregg looking for Villon. Villon brings it to Kyle Miller. Nice pass. They have an opportunity here. Going to the touchline. Down the line is Kyle Gregg. A slide tackle, and it's taken away by Arizona. Still, though, the ball is in possession or in play. Kyle Gregg into the box to Michael Thomas, and it finally comes back to the keeper as it's banged around, and Evan Newton finally has it. And he will slow it up and finally distribute this out to Daniel Antunes.
I think the referee's going to have a bit of a job here, Jack, because you know, guys are going to come sliding in, and is he going to allow for the conditions and say, well, it's the conditions, he didn't mean to do it? You know, I don't know. I mean, and that was quite a lively tackle there.
With possession, the Energy have it, and a foul is called as Delgado is brought down from behind. And I believe Jalen Robinson was the one who committed the foul. So the Energy will have a free kick as we play in the 21st minute.
And that's what I was talking about. You know, the ball gets stuck. The guy sort of lunges in to get it. And it looks worse than it is, I think.
It's one of the things that I do not like, Mo, as a referee, reffing in these kind of conditions because of slide tackles, and only because of slide tackles, because it just creates a very dangerous situation when guys coming in at that speed, and the water just increases that speed even
and they
more.
can't stop.
And they can't stop, exactly. Here's the shot in, and it's just to the right. And let's see, it's going to be a goal kick, as the referee says no one touched it. Dugeri sent that in,
Yeah, very close. That was very similar to the one over there. So, yeah, we've had about 4 shots each and still no goals.
So a goal kick for Arizona here in the 22nd minute. First Fidelity Bank is excited to help kick off a great inaugural season here in Oklahoma City with the Oklahoma City Energy. First Fidelity Bank, we go where you go, ffb.com. Goal kick is headed back in by Madronda, and it's going to be sent back to the keeper, who clears it on one touch. And still in. The ball stays in. Delgado with it. He loses it, falls down. No foul there. We're going to continue to play. And here is Evans, and he knocks it away. Arizona wants a foul. They're not going to get one. There was no foul there, and we're going to play. Kyle Miller to Dugeri. Dugeri taking it around down the right touchline off his left foot, just outside the box. Knocked away by Arizona. Still giving chases, Dugeri, and now Arizona has possession as they take it away from him. Now they come to the middle of the field to Antunes. Looking for a pass, and he's trying to dribble around two players, and finally he is going to be fouled as he went through Madronda. Madronda tripped him up, so it'll be a free kick for Arizona in their defensive half, just shy of midfield. So Arizona not wanting to hurry at all on this one, and they'll take some time off the clock, Mo.
It seems
No
like
one even wants to play, do they?
No, it doesn't. It seems like they just want to, let's just get back in the changing room. You've got another 20 minutes to go, lads. Come on.
So here we go. Here's the free kick. Floats up in the air. Stisser with a header. Kind of holds up in the box. Long tan over. Back to Stisser. And his cross is knocked out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona throw-in.
They do take some good free kicks. They get them just over the back of the defender, and they're good in the air, these lads.
Throw-in comes into Tan. He will switch sides of the field to St. Cyr. Cyr has it taken away by Delgado. Nice defense there by Danny. Played up to Kyle Gregg, who chested it back, but is knocked away by Arizona. Now they have possession. Going down the right side of the field. Now they're playing into the middle to Matthew Castle. Castle's pass is knocked away by Miller, but taken by Stisser, who shoots and goes wide left. It'll be another goal kick for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Cole dived in a little bit there, but fortunately he put the lad off and he hit it wide. Decent chance, though, for Arizona.
Speakeasy is proud to be a pregame pub partner of Oklahoma City Energy FC. Speakeasy is the perfect spot for a night out with friends or any private occasion or event. Come join us on Northwest 51st Street in between Class and Western for pre or post game eats or drinks. I'm sure the grid was over there before tonight's game. They've made their way over here to the stadium. Here is an opportunity now for Abraham Villon. Other side of the field in the offensive third. Plays it back to Due. Due slows up, looking for someone. Still looking, and will play it back to Thomas. Thomas now goes all the way back beyond the stripe to Howard, and will bring it to the near side to Gareth Evans, and they'll work the right side now. Evans will now play it back to Howard. Howard goes long down the field to Villon, and now the flag is up as Abraham was offsides again. And Jimmy Nilsson does not like that call from the assistant referee.
No, nor do I. I thought I ran about 5 yards past the guy after the ball was kicked and then received it.
So another free kick for Arizona.
Jimmy's beating his ear up.
It's just part of the official's job.
Yep.
And a whistle and a foul on the free kick against Gareth Evans, as they say he climbed the back of Long Tan, but I thought it was a fair play by Evans over Tan, but the referee Leland Grant did not like it, so it'll be a free kick for Arizona from about 30 yards out, just to the left of the arc. Matthew Castle over the ball, as well as Scott Morrison. One righty, one lefty. Referee sets the wall. Energy have 3 players in the wall. This will probably be taken by the right footer, and Matthew Castle with the shot off of the free kick, and Samir Bader makes a diving stop to his right.
Did well there, Samir. Got across quickly and held it nice and cleanly, and it must be difficult to take the ball smoothly like he did. Mind you, he's got hands like 9-foot hands. He's got.
Yes, he's a big old boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He puts it on the ground, sends it downfield, ball's up into the air. Kyle Gregg heads it into Villon, headed out now by Arizona, but right to Dugeri. Dugeri taking a long shot, but this is going to go wide left as he could not hook it around, and so it will be a goal kick for Arizona. Samir Bader, 6'3", 182 pounds.
Bristling muscle.
How much? 208 pounds. All right, well, they listed him. He's gained some weight then, put on some muscle. 208 pounds. I got to change that, Mo. 208 pounds right there. There you go. Here's the goal kick by Arizona, headed back in by the Energy. You know, yeah, the more I'm around Samir, yeah, you're right, 180 pounds. That's yeah. He would be a skinny boy for 6'3", wouldn't he? He's got some good muscle. He's a great, great keeper. And, you know, if he keeps this up, Mo, I would not be surprised to see him on some MLS roster in the future. And here's a slide tackle by Greg, and it's kicked out by Woodbury, and Greg got away with clipping the ankles of Woodbury.
He did indeed, yeah. And the linesman's like, what, 10 yards away from him? Surprised there.
Matthew Castle of Arizona letting the referee know that was possibly a foul. But Energy with the possession. They bring it across the stripe to Vion. Vion, triple team, gets it up to Evans on a one-touch pass now to Kyle Miller down the touch line. Miller will have to slow up in a puddle and sends it all the way back to Evans. And now it goes all the way back to Howard in the middle of the field, and he will send it back to Bader. Being challenged and has to deliver it out, and it's headed back in. Thomas now picks it up. Vion, one touches it to Miller. Miller splits two to Vion. Vion now brings it across the stripe to Delgado. Delgado with a chance here. Working against Woodbury. Goes to the line to Dugeri. Dugeri waiting for Vion. Sends it to Vion down the box. Into the box now. Sends it across, and it's not hard enough. Intercepted by Arizona.
That was a great ball by Addy and a great run by Avey. Very good. Just that last delivery.
St. Cyr now long pass up to Tan, who wanted a foul, but you're not going to get that call. He had no chance at possession. Thomas now sends it quickly up to Madronda.
Good touch.
Madronda brings it down on his left foot, comes back to Thomas in the circle at midfield. Michael looking for Dugeri. Dugeri all the way back to Evans. Evans one touches it to Thomas, who one touches it over to Howard. And Mark Howard will bring it across the stripe. Looking for the long pass down along the touch line to Madronda, and it's touched out off of Madronda. It'll be a throw-in for Arizona. Actually, that might have been Peebo. Was that Peebo? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Good ball. Madronda took it, and it just pinged away a little bit. Just a touch.
30th minute here in Oklahoma City, no score. Each team has had a couple of good chances so far. Arizona's came in the first 2 minutes of the game. Since then, they really haven't had another good chance. Here's a pass up to Vion. Can he get to it? Here comes the keeper out, and he lost control out of the box. He slides, had to let it go. Dugeri with it will look to shoot, and it's headed out by Arizona, but right back to Kyle Miller. Miller, and he tries a shot from distance, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
I think he was lucky there. The guy hit Kyle Miller after he hit it. He hasn't given anything, but he's gone and talked to him.
The keeper came all the way out, sliding out, and as he took possession with his hands, he actually slid outside the box and had to let the ball go.
Yeah, but to be fair, he took it about 5 or 6 yards, 7 yards inside the box, and then just slid out like it was on roller skates.
And now we have an Arizona United player down. Scott Morrison is injured, so they will bring the trainer on. And a bunch of players will come over for some water. Even though it is raining here tonight, temperature 66 degrees, it is very humid, so fluid's still a necessary part of this game, Mo, despite the unseasonable-like temperatures.
Yeah, it's still going to be muggy out there, and they still need to get lots of fluid. Otherwise, they start dehydrating, and that's not good.
And now a long stoppage in play right here gives Jimmy Nelson a chance to bring his entire team over for some coaching. As they still attend to Scott Morrison, looks like he may be done for the night, as they're already going to bring in Joseph Toby to replace Scott Morrison. So Morrison is not going to be able to go.
The only thing I could imagine there, Jack, is he was half injured before he went out.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as he went down, they were stripping the guy off to go on. So he obviously was very doubtful in the beginning.
So they have to use one of their subs early on here.
He don't seem to be injured, though, does he? I mean, the way he's walking off.
And he's actually talking to the assistant referee, so not sure whether he may have received a knock.
Yeah.
Maybe. But, yeah, he does not he might have been injured as well before, but then getting a knock like that may have just injured it a little more.
And I think in these conditions, two players sliding in,
yep.
You know, you get all those knees and knocks, and yet he don't look injured.
No, he doesn't.
He looks like he's going on his holidays.
Maybe it was just a normal substitution.
I don't know. Maybe he's got to get away early.
Well, the ball is put back into play. Dugeri was fouled, but no called, as he was hit in the head, actually, and kind of gimping up. And now a nice move down the line by Medranda to Delgado, and now a foul is going to be called as Medranda was fouled after the play. And
looks like Addy's going to take it.
Yeah.
We need somebody over the back of the box. I think Mark's making his way over, and Gareth Evans to get over the back of the box, because he does float them over there. Just pull out a little bit, Mark. That would be.
Yeah, Dugeri will take the kick. Mark Howard and Evans on the backside over here.
Just got to be careful they don't go too early, because everyone's lined up on the 18-yard line.
And the kick by Otta is on the ground, but beyond with a shot.
Oh.
And he just misses wide left. It looked like it was in for a moment.
And I'm sure that they must have rehearsed that, because everyone's looking at the back of the box, me included, and they pinged it into the to the front of the box, and he's knocked it back. That was a great free kick. I like that.
Was that the World Cup kick that you guys got to play?
That's going in my manual.
Yeah. I think a team did that in the World Cup, Mo.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Good opportunity for the Energy. Still no score here in the 34th minute. About 12 minutes to go. Ball is headed up and out by Thomas. It'll be a throw-in for Arizona. In their offensive half, Toby will take it. Short throw-in, headed up by Thomas and out again. Another throw-in for Joseph Toby. He gets it in. Gets it into Shuma. Shuma loses it. Abraham beyond with it, and he lost it. Ball is still loose, now picked up by Longtan. Looking to make that Antunes, and it's knocked out, and it will be knocked out by Energy. It'll be an Arizona throw-in. They quickly get it in. Down the line, looking, and nice defense by Kyle Miller in the water. Dugeri with a foot on it, kicked back in by Woodbury. Miller's got to give chase because that ball is going to hold up, and he makes a nice move to keep possession and finally kicks it out.
Yeah, did very well there. The guy went sailing past. Just the last execution of his kick.
So here is Toby with another throw-in. A short throw-in, and a pass is knocked out by Medranda. Another throw-in for Arizona.
I'm hoping that when I say this, James will hear this. I think that they're getting a lot of the throw-ins, and we're not marking up tightly enough. They're getting it and turning. You know, from throw-ins in and around this, along this box. If you look at them, we just don't seem to get tight enough and stop them turning around. They're coming at us again.
Here is Delgado.
That's a great ball.
Delgado up to Abraham Villon. They have the numbers. Down the line to Dugeri, just outside the box. Now along the touchline. Dugeri into the box, and the pass is kicked out by Arizona. Back to Michael Thomas. Over to Dugeri. The ball holds up in the water. Slide tackle missed by Arizona. Dugeri lofts it in, and it is headed out by Arizona. It'll be a corner kick for the Energy. Although some miscommunication between the AR and the referee's going to overrule the AR, and they're going to have a corner kick for Oklahoma City.
That was a quality touch by Addy there. He turned around, played it inside. I thought that was very, very good. His first touch is, you know, but when he gets it, his first touch, he kills it. But with this conditions, it just pings off again.
Here's the corner kick. It is in the air, headed out by Arizona, but a foul is called on the Energy as Arizona will now have a free kick coming out of the box. Looks like someone possibly pushed someone in the back, didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I think Mark or Gary was pushing at the back, or had used them to jump.
So free kick for Arizona's Evan Newton. Ball is in the air. Bounces on the ground. Arizona with it. Taken away by the Energy. Thomas with it. Into the middle to Medranda. Medranda up to Kyle Gregg.
Oh, that was...
And offsides is called on Kyle Gregg.
That was tight again. That was a great run. Kyle Gregg made some super runs. I mean, and they couldn't have given it to him quicker. I mean, he just put it down and hit it. That must have been inches.
So it'll be another free kick for Arizona after the offsides. Woodbury will take the free kick. 37th minute, 38th minute here. No score. Mark Howard heads the ball out. The right to St. Cyr. Sir's pass, not a good one, and Thomas has it. Over to Delgado, working the touchline. Defended by St. Cyr, who pushes him from behind, and a foul is called.
Why does he jump up and down as though he never did anything? It's unbelievable. He's got his hands around his neck virtually, and he's complaining. Oh.
So the ball is put back into play by the Energy. Evans with it. Up to Dugeri. And actually, Toby hits off the back of his head. He wasn't even paying attention. But the Energy have it. Kyle Miller skates around Delgado to Thomas. Over to Medronda. Medronda looking to pass in, and it's knocked down by United. And they now have possession. They're going to go along with it. Down the field looking for Long Tan and nowhere near him. And so it's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City. 39th minute here at Pribble Stadium. No score. Dewey will throw it in for the Energy. Kick back into Long Tan. Tan heads it over to Stisser. Stisser with it. Outside the box. Goes down the line. Here's the cross. Too far. It's going to skim off the turf, and can they keep it in? Yes, Toby can keep it in, but Kyle Miller overtakes him, and he heels it back behind Toby, and actually it went off of his ankle, and they're going to give Oklahoma City the throw-in.
I thought that was definitely their throw.
Evans with it. This one skips off the water, and Arizona tries a pass back in, and no one there, and it goes across the goal line, so it'll be a goal kick for Energy FC.
Yeah, Gareth's kicking has not been as good as it normally is, but under the conditions I can understand it. Just wants to be careful with his long balls.
Journey House is a proud partner of OKC Energy FC. Call 405-463-5800 for all your travel needs. Vader's goal kick. Nice one across midfield. Flicked up by Greg to Vion to Delgado. Delgado, his pass goes nowhere but to St. Cyr. Back into the middle of the field. Thomas intercepts it and kicks it out of bounds, and so it'll be a throw-in for Arizona. Third meeting between these two clubs this season. Each team has won a game. Energy won the first contest 4-0. Arizona won the second one 2-1 in extra time in the U.S. Open Cup. Tonight they're playing to a scoreless draw here in the 40th minute.
I would imagine there'd be a 2 or 3, maybe 4 minutes with the lad that went down and they had the team meeting, and it seemed quite a long time.
Rain continues to fall, actually falling a little bit harder now.
Yep.
As we get toward halftime. A little missed earlier on in the game, but now as the half has gone along, it's definitely picked up. Ball is still in play along the near touchline. Kyle Miller's pass holds up in the water. Stisser with it, looking for Tan. Tan switches directions and loses it. Delgado now with it, looking to Kyle Gregg. Back to Delgado. Delgado looking near side to Dugeri along the touchline. He keeps it in on the line, sends it across to Medronda over to Dewey. Dewey is down the line, but is knocked out by St. Cyr. It'll be a throw-in for the Energy.
Yeah, Medronda there gave him a little bit of a hospital ball. It was a 50-50. I mean, in these conditions, you don't want a ball like that. You want it into feet.
Arizona takes possession after the throw-in, and now here they come with it. A little too hard was the dribble by Arizona and taken by Vion. Vion to Dugeri. Dugeri working a tight circle, or tight square with Vion and Kyle Gregg had nowhere to go, and Arizona takes it away. Here is Brad Stisser. Stisser looking for the long pass across, and his pass, he was looking across really the midfield stripe, but it went all the way back to Woodbury, or Robinson make that, Jalen Robinson. Robinson brings it across the stripe, has no one to pass to, now goes back to St. Cyr. Up to Castle, into the middle it comes. Ball is still loose. To the far touchline now. Here's Arizona with a chance. The cross creams off the back of an Energy player, headed up by Arizona and finally cleared by Kyle Miller straight up into the air and headed back in by Arizona, but finally cleared by Delgado up to Vion. to Medronda. Medronda all the way up to Kyle Gregg. Onside that time. Can he beat Woodbury to the ball? And Woodbury gets there in time, and Kyle Miller slides, and the ball's out of bounds. And
I thought he took him away there. I thought he took his feet. I can't believe the linesman didn't get that.
I think he slid right past him, Mo. I really do. I don't think he touched him. Yeah, I think he slid right past him.
Yeah.
And Woodbury fell down as well. And the ball just went out of bounds. A quick throw in, and now here's Dujerry with it to Kyle Gregg. Slows up in the water. Gregg with it to Vion. Vion gets pushed off the ball, and Arizona takes over. Long Tan comes back to get it. Up to Stisser. Ball holds up in the water. This looks like a recreational game on a Sunday afternoon, Mo, sometimes with the water in the field, does it?
Yeah.
Here's a tackle by Vion, and head first into the water goes Paolo Del Piccolo, and now some extracurricular activity between Abraham Vion and Del Piccolo and Dujerry, and the referee has to step in between everyone. This is going to be interesting. What are we going to have here?
Well, Abe threw the ball away, but the guy kicked him. You know, there's no reason to kick him.
And a yellow card is going to come out, and let's see, it's going to be called on Dujerry.
Unbelievable.
Dujerry.
That is unbelievable. The only guy that weren't involved in it, and he's giving him a yellow card. The other guy, he had done nothing to him. Oh.
So Ada picks up the yellow card here in the 44th minute.
Ada was the peacemaker. That is ridiculous.
Ada's first yellow card of the season. And a yellow card to Arizona now, so they went, fourth official called Leland Grant, the referee, over and said, hey, Leland, we need to go 1-for-1, and Paolo Del Piccolo picks up the yellow card. So a yellow card to each team here. And now the fourth official talking to the coaching staff of Arizona. So anyway, it's going to be a free kick for Arizona. Ball's up into the air, headed out by Delgado. Arizona now has it. St. Cyr running with it down the far touchline against Medronda. Looking to go past Medronda, down the touchline into some water, and his cross is knocked out by Jimmy. It will be a corner kick for Arizona here in the final seconds of the first half. Matthew Castle will take the corner. And now Abraham Vion and Del Piccolo having a few words top of the box saying what happened there. And here's the cross, headed out to Stisser. Stisser, top of the arc. He falls down. No foul is called. He's not going to get that one. That's not a foul. And here we go the other way. Long pass comes this side to the middle of the field. Not hard enough. And taken over by the Energy now. A couple players go down, and we're running with it. Energy now with it. Ada gets it caught in water. Now to Kyle Miller, to Delgado. Delgado, triple team, gets it down to Dujerry, just outside the box. Ada once again in water. And his cross not hard enough, as he could not get good footing, and Arizona clears it out of the area. We are going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. No score. Due now with it. Energy with possession. Abraham Vion, middle of the field, looking for Delgado. Delgado loses it between his legs, and Arizona takes over. Here is Brad Stisser now for Arizona. It comes to Castle. Castle, far pass to the other touchline, right touchline, edge of the box now. To Castle, his shot off of Bader and ricocheted back to a United player, and he scores for Arizona. Long Tan with his first goal for Arizona as it ricocheted off of Samir right to Long Tan, who was right there awaiting the ricochet off of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, we've always looked a little bit iffy with that. The guy that's playing wide right, he's doing very well. He got down the line, got a good shot in, and came off of Samir. Samir went down, and Tan just sitting there knocking it in.
The first goal given up by the Energy at home in the last 5 games, and it comes in stoppage time. An excellent save by Samir on the initial shot, Mo, but again, you got to mark up, especially in conditions like this.
Yeah.
Energy kickoff. Kyle Miller with it, headed out by Toby. to Robinson, and Robinson will clear it out of bounds. It'll be an energy, actually stays in thanks to the water. Dewey will take it as he keeps it in. To Howard, now to Evans. Evans, long pass up, looking for Vion, and Toby right there, and he clears it out.
As the game's going on, obviously the pitch is getting worse, and it really is very difficult now to get it down and play it. We just got to play it long and get on the end of it.
There is Madronda now for the Energy to Dewey. Left side of the field. His cross kicked up into the air. Headed out by Arizona and cleared out by Arizona here in the final seconds of the first half. Arizona United with a 1-0 lead. Ball comes into Gregg. Flicks it up. No one there though. Ball still loose, and now finally picked up by the Energy. Back to Dewey, but the ball holds up in the water, but Peebo still able to come away with it. Ball comes to the middle to Vion. Vion to Kyle Miller. Back to Vion, and now to Evans, plays it back. Evans sends it up long, looking for Gregg. He heads it up into the air to Vion. Now to Delgado, to Otta, and it's cleared out by Arizona, and there is the whistle to end the first half of play as we've completed 45 minutes here, Mo, and on a late goal in stoppage time here in the first half, Arizona comes away with a 1-0 lead after 45 minutes.
Yeah, probably a little bit unjustified. It was we've had 20 minutes of the last 20 minutes of the second half. Both had 4 or 5 chances each on each side, and the guy Tan, who looks very sharp, good in the air, was very quick to come in on the rebound off of Samir. You know, a little bit disappointing really, because I didn't feel that they were 1-0 better than we were. In fact, I thought possibly we should have had a goal earlier on, but.
All right, here at halftime, Arizona United with a 1-0 lead over Energy FC. We'll take a break. Back on the other side with Jim Byers, live in the Energy FC studios. You're listening to Energy FC Soccer on 96.1 KXY.
Are you in the club?
United here at the Kickapoo Casino halftime show. First time since the 16th of May that Energy FC has allowed a goal here at home. They had gone unscored upon in the previous 5 matches, dating to the 31st of May against the New York Red Bulls reserves. But a goal in stoppage time by the newly acquired Long Tan has given Arizona United a 1-0 lead. The Energy are right back in action here in a couple of nights. This coming Saturday, a 7 o'clock kickoff against the reserves of the LA Galaxy. The LA Galaxy 2, they do play a full USL Pro schedule. Then off to the road, Harrisburg, a 6 o'clock Central Time kickoff on Wednesday. And then at Dayton, a 6 p.m. Central Time kickoff a week from Saturday, the 26th of July, before Energy FC is back home on August 2nd to take on the Orange County Blues. There is one more night available to get in on the family 4-pack. $45 for 4 lawn tickets and $20 in concession cash. This game tonight was one of those, and Arizona United's other visit here to Pribble Stadium on the Bishop McGuinness campus, August 14th, will be the other one. Visit energyfc.com for details or give the office a call at 235-KICK. Energy FC Weekly is going to be on a little different day this week. That's the weekly program. Mo Borum and I will actually be there filling in for Jack Damerol this Monday night. Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway between Portland and Meridian. 7 o'clock program airs here on KXY. It'll be moved because of Energy's travel to this Monday, 7 to 8 p.m., Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway. There is one other game ongoing right now in USL Pro. In fact, it just went final in Pittsburgh. The Riverhounds beat the Charlotte Eagles by a 2-0 score. Kevin Kerr with a goal in the 67th minute. Jose Angulo with a goal in the 81st minute. And Pittsburgh, the team that was beaten by Energy FC just this past Saturday, 2-0, gets back into the win column. And pending the results of tonight's game, for the moment at least, jumps over Arizona United into the next to last spot in the standings with 17 standing points, pending what happens here tonight. 2-0 the final in that contest in Pittsburgh. And there's one other game coming up a little bit later. Orlando City takes its undefeated 14-0-3 record into a match tonight at Sacramento. Orlando City with 45 standing points leads the Richmond Kickers by 10 points atop the standings. Sacramento Republic is third with 32. LA Galaxy 2 is fourth with 31. Then Rochester, Orange County, Wilmington, and the Energy. Wilmington and the Energy actually share the 7th spot, vying for 7th and 8th with 21 points apiece. When we come back, we'll have some highlights from this somewhat sloppy as far as the playing conditions, but still nonetheless interesting first half. It's 1-0 in favor of Arizona United here on 96.1 KXY.
We now return to Dr. Norwick Goodspeed's motivational speech, Leave the Only Life.
You've said it before, I'm only a few minutes late. It's only a flesh. We say only all the time. And to that I say, open your mind to a new school of thought that does away with the Cox bundle. You're not only watching
Jim Byers back live here in the Kickapoo Casino halftime show. 1-0 Arizona United leads Energy FC. In that first half, Samir Bader, the goalkeeper for Energy FC, made 4 saves to none for Evan Newton in the Arizona United net, and a couple of those Bader saves came early on.
Here's a slide tackle by Due, and he got it, but now a far pass to into the box for Arizona. Here's another chance, a shot, and Samir knocks it off the post, out of bounds for a corner kick.
Abraham Vian had a couple of shots for Energy FC in this contest, one early and then this one in the 33rd minute.
And the kick by Otta is on the ground, but Vian with a shot, and he just misses wide left. It looked like it was in for a moment.
With the rain over the past couple of days here, the field in understandably very puddly and sloppy condition. They went to stoppage time with no score in this first half until Long Tan connected.
Comes to Castle. Castle, far pass to the other touchline, right touchline, edge of the box now. To Castle, his shot off of Bader and ricocheted back to a United player, and he scores for Arizona.
So Long Tan pays dividends in his first game, 1-0 Arizona United with that goal in stoppage time. There were 6 fouls for the Energy, 5 for Arizona United, 9 shots directed near the net by Arizona United, 6 for Energy, and there were more corner kicks in the Energy FC defensive end. Arizona United given 4 corner kicks, Energy FC just 1. Arizona United leads this one 1-0, back with the second half kickoff. After this timeout, you're listening to Energy FC Soccer on 96.1 KXY.
What could you do with more energy, more strength, more help? Mercy can help you do more of what you love. Go to mercy.net/performance to learn how. Mercy.
Do we need a full 3 or do we need to cut it?
FC.
I think the full 3 will be good.
Excitement.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good on it. camera to call it for you, Jack.
All righty, thank you very much, Jim. And it is a very wet field, as we've been talking about. The rain continues to fall here in Oklahoma City. Arizona with a 1-0 lead. Looking at the remainder of the schedule, this will be, we'll see how they'll be able to improve the field conditions for Saturday. They will only have a day to do it because this team will be back in action on Saturday against Los Angeles Galaxy 2. Los Dos will travel here to Oklahoma City to end this season-long 6-game homestand. Again, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Our airtime on KXY will be at 6:30. And I should tell you, Jim Byers will have the call of the game on Saturday night, as I have to do some traveling on some business purposes, other business that I have, of course, my other, I guess you'd say, Mo, my real job, but I have to travel to San Diego tomorrow morning, so Jim and yourself will get the call on Saturday night.
Yeah, and that should be fine. We just wish you a safe journey, and we'll meet you in Pittsburgh, I believe.
I will be in Harrisburg.
Harrisburg,
yeah, Harrisburg on Wednesday. This team then will be back in action on Wednesday night at Harrisburg. Right now, Arizona awaiting on the arrival of the Energy. Once again, Oklahoma City late in coming out of the locker room as Arizona is ready to go. And not sure why the team is not back out of the locker room, but again, they are not out of the locker room as of yet. So Wednesday at Harrisburg, and then Saturday at Dayton, Ohio. So a couple of trips back east. So both of those clubs sit in the standings below Oklahoma City, who are in 8th place in the league right now. And so those, Mo, seem on the surface to be two very winnable games.
Yeah, I think any of them, apart from the top 3 sides, you could say are winnable games. I think that with the conditions like they are today, I think Arizona has just given that little bit extra. In saying that, you know, we've had like 5 or 6 shots either end. Well, we just seem to tend to overplay it in a very, very wet area. Very, very wet area. I'm not so sure that it's working with Abe in the middle of the park. You know, it's a little bit heavy for him. I would think that there'd be a change there, but it looks like they're putting on, Javier Castro. And I don't know who they've taken off.
Javier Castro will come in for Abraham Vion, and Nate Schiffman is going to come in for Madronda. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed in James Madronda today against how he played last week. And it don't rain that much in Colombia, does it? But no, I mean, I'm being cynical there. But no, he hasn't had a particularly good first half, and I can understand Jimmy changing it over a little bit to put fresh legs out there because it is very heavy. You know, Nate's taken quite a lot of stick off of a few of the players, so we just got to get it forward a little bit quicker and play it a little bit longer when we get up there, because playing it in little triangles, we're getting caught in the puddles, and it's not working. Their tactics are better. They're just hitting the balls forward, and the guy Tan is a handful.
After Saturday night's home game, then the Energy will return home August 2nd against Orange County here at the stadium before we're back on the road in Sacramento. So we're ready to go with the second half here. 1-0 Arizona United with the lead, and the Energy will start with the kickoff. And as always, it goes back to Evans, who sends it up wide to Dujeri, who heads it into the area and finally cleared out by Arizona. I keep saying Arizona Republic. Arizona United. Yes, okay. United, you have Republic, you have all kinds, FC, yeah. FC.
You could get confused.
Yeah, it can. So Arizona with the throw-in. It will be Widner St. Cyr throwing it in. It's headed up and around by a couple of players and finally out by the Energy. Another throw-in for Arizona. It comes into Antunes to St. Cyr. Thomas blocks it, knocks it down. A sliding tackle by St. Cyr takes it away. Castro to Shipman. Shipman looking up to Thomas, and it goes over his head into the area. And in the box, Evan Newton will pick it up and will play it from the box. It looks like they've actually moved some players around. Actually, no, let me see. Javier Castro and Kyle Gregg now kind of up front. Mo, I'm not sure if they've changed formations or not to try to get more goal scoring or shots and opportunities.
I think they've put Nate sitting in front of the back four with Michael Thomas maybe pushing forward a touch. You know, and he's a natural good defensive midfield player, Michael, so he'll get back. But Nate's certainly sitting in front of the back two central defenders, and they just push it. They pushed Castro up, and added DeGero is still playing up on the, but he's playing up on the left-hand side.
Here's a foul called against Arizona as Delgado had it, and they pushed him to the turf, so it'll be a free kick for the Energy. Dugeri will take the free kick, and it will be from distance. It's going to be, what, 45 yards out,
Yeah,
Mo?
yeah, it's good 40 yards, 45 yards, yeah.
From the far side of the field.
Yeah, and I would imagine that he's just going to hit it up into the far back of the 6-yard box. That's what he'd be aiming for. But he hasn't been getting the balls up. I don't know, I don't know if it's the field or whether it's his foot or what, but that's a good ball.
Here's a shot into the box, and it ricochets off the keeper right back to Mark Howard, and he takes a shot, and it goes off of Newton for a corner kick. But again, the Energy almost put one back in the same way Arizona scored at the end of the first half.
Yeah, you just got to have that a little bit of sharpness in there, and we just was a little bit too late getting in. The keeper let it, dropped it, missed it, hit it, whatever he did, and it bounced out off of his chest, and we got a corner from it. But we've got to be a little bit sharper in there and get on the end of these knockdowns.
Referee wanted to have a conversation with a couple of players before the corner kick. Dugeri will take it. And here's the kick in the air, headed up and out by Arizona. Here comes Long Tan with it. He's working 1-on-3, has no one to go to, and a tackle by Dewey takes it away. Nice defense there. Castro with it, and Castro's pass is in the dirt and nowhere but to another United player. And here comes Arizona with it. Shiloh Shuma with it, and it comes near side to Antunes. His pass back gets stuck in the water to St. Cyr. Back to Antunes. Delgado defends. Kyle Gregg takes it away. He's got an opportunity. He's in the box looking for a shot. Shoots off of the keeper, and it will be a corner kick for Energy FC.
That again was the conditions. I mean, Arizona had it completely under control. Started playing it around in little triangles. Ball gets stuck. Cole comes in, steals it, and he's through, and he's hit a great shot, and the keeper's done well to get to it.
Yeah, great save by
Evan
Newton.
Good save. Yeah.
67th save of the year. Dugeri will take the corner. That's in the air to the back post. Thomas heads it in and knocked over the post. Knocked over the post by Mark Howard.
That was very, very unlucky, yeah. Yeah, Michael Thomas again, back post, got a great header in, put it in back in, and Mark just knocked it over the top of the bar. Looked, could have been a goal there.
Yeah. 50th minute, 1-0, Arizona with the lead.
But at least we've started off very fast, and we are going at them. That's good.
Started off similar to how Pittsburgh started off second half last weekend, Mo.
Yep.
Very aggressive. Thomas with a header off the goal kick. Ball's up in the air. Over everyone's head. Now Long Tan picks it up and tries to skirt around Mark Howard, who falls down. And it's finally knocked out by the Energy, and it'll be a throw-in for Arizona United. And St. Cyr will take his time and heading down there to throw it in. Like to see the changes Jimmy Nilsson made at halftime here, Mo, as we're 5 minutes in. Throw-in comes into the box. Nice defense. St. Cyr sends it across and headed out by the Energy, but right to the top of the box, and a shot off the post.
We were lucky there. We got away with that.
Antunes shot by Arizona off the post, and it goes out of bounds, ricochets out of bounds, so it'll be an Oklahoma City throw-in.
Very fortunate to come away with that. I mean, Samir seemed to have it covered, but it hit the post. That was a good opportunity for Arizona there to go 2 up.
Flicked up by Kyle Gregg, and a foul as Gregg was pushed in the back. Gregg holding the back of his head, kind of got a little knock on that flick, but he got the foul first, and so it'll be a free kick for the Energy at midfield near the far touchline.
Now, Gareth normally gets these into the box from halfway line. He should did it right across the face of the goal.
Kick is up into the air.
Short.
Thomas on a header in, but taken by Arizona, but Nate Shipman right there to Castro, and a long shot by Kyle Miller. I'm not sure if he was trying to shoot.
I think that was a pass to Kyle Gregg. I think he tried to pick him out and just went a little bit too far.
And the keeper, Evan Newton, right there. He will punt it out. High in the air, across midfield. Howard with a header. Right to Antunes. Knocked down by Thomas. Kick back in to make that to Shuma. Shuma Working to the middle of the field, sends it far side. Now working back to the middle of the field, shot, and it ricochets off of a foot of Kyle Miller for a corner kick for Arizona. 52nd minute here in Oklahoma City. 1-0 Arizona with the lead. Again, the rain continues. Actually doesn't look like it's falling as hard, Mo, as it did in the first half.
Yeah, it looks like it's eased off. If you look at the puddles now, I don't think it's, I can't see any rain hitting the puddles that are in front of us on the halfway line.
Arizona will take the corner, and they wanted a new ball, put a ball out of service, possibly lost some air, so we'll get a new one. Castle will take the corner. Lined in there, headed up, and headed over to the far post. Miller with a clear out to Thomas. Thomas to the middle to Castro.
3 against 1.
Yep, here we go. Arizona defending back, and the ball goes into the puddle as Dugeri had it, and that negates the fast break that the Energy had, as Dugeri ran it right into a puddle, and he ran it right past it. Shipman with a long pass down, looking for Kyle Gregg, has it off of his foot, able to maintain possession, and lost by Kyle Miller, and Arizona now with possession. There's a long pass down, intercepted by Miller, and he will go all the way back to Bader into his box, and Bader will clear it out. Headed back in and back out by Shipman. Comes back to Long Tan. Tan defended nicely by Shipman. Over to Thomas, to Howard, and Howard one-touches it out. And Woodbury climbs the back of Kyle Gregg, and a late whistle.
It was a late whistle, wasn't it?
And now the Energy will have a free kick after the late whistle, and that Woodbury climbed the back of Kyle Gregg, and it was called. And so it'll be a free kick for the Energy's Michael Thomas. '54th minute. 1-0 Arizona with the lead. Here's Thomas, floats it into the box and headed down right to Evans. Evans can't get a shot off, and Arizona clears it out to the far touchline. See what they do with it. Trying to go long, and the ball hits in the puddle, squirts this way. Dugeri comes over, sends it down the line looking for Delgado, and it's cleared out of bounds by Arizona just to get it out of bounds, and it negates the break by the Energy. So a throw in for Dugeri. He will send it across the 6. Knocked around and cleared by Arizona. Dewey with a shot back in there and headed out by Arizona. Back to Kyle Miller. He lofts it in there, and the keeper, Evan Newton, on a bounce, comes out to get it. He quickly throws it out to Toby, up to Tan, and it's headed by Evans into Dugeri to Thomas. Thomas looking to the middle, to the circle, to Shipman. Shipman runs with it to the right side, passes to Miller. Miller goes back to Shipman at midfield. And Nate will turn around and send it back to Evans and over to Mark, or looking for Mark Howard, but Gareth will send it up to Michael Thomas, and it's past him, and it's intercepted by Schuma. Schuma up to Castle, and a slide tackle, and a whistle, and a foul is called, and Energy will quickly put it back into play. Here's Michael Thomas looking through to Kyle Gregg, now to Javier Castro, and it's kicked out of bounds by Toby. So it'll be a throw in for Oklahoma City on the far side, about 18 yards out.
Did very well there, Toby. He didn't know who was behind him. He just played it out. Didn't mess around. When in doubt, kick it out.
Castro in the box, has it taken away. They tried to split two defenders. Energy take over. Shipman pass to the near side to Dewey. Dewey, will it stay in? Yes, it will. It'll stay in to Thomas. Thomas sends it out to Dugeri. Dugeri sends it far post. It's in the air, headed up on the ground, and the Energy can't not get a shot off. Still playing with it, though, is Shipman. Shipman goes to the far side to Miller. Miller sends it across, and it's too hard and headed out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick, though, for the Energy.
That was a great 3 or 4 minutes for Energy there. They all over Arizona, and the ball's going across the goal, but no one's getting on the end of them. Just a little bit unlucky there, but lots and lots of effort, and we are on top. Just got to be careful on the breakaway.
Dujerry's corner bounces in the box and cleared by Woodbury all the way past midfield. Long Tan giving chase against Kyle Miller. Kyle Miller finally wins possession as Tan gives chase. Miller quickly gives it up to an Arizona player. Now they're on the attack. Energy have numbers back. It comes to the near side to Schuma, to the edge of the box. He sends it across. Howard, and a shot by Tan, and cleared by the Energy to Delgado, who runs with it, and he is tackled, and a foul is called. A foul called against Arizona. It'll be a free kick for the Energy here in the 58th minute. And they will put it back into play. Coaching staff again for Arizona all over the fourth official, James Crabb. They believe probably too many fouls are being called in this game. Kyle Gregg with possession now to Michael Thomas. Now to Javier Castro. Castro down the line to Dujerry, and it's cleared out of bounds by St. Cyr just to get it out of play.
Yeah, when in doubt, their defenders, they certainly knock it out.
And before that, actually now offsides is called. So a late whistle, and they're going to say an offsides was called. So it'll be a free kick for Arizona, not a throw in for Oklahoma City.
There seem to be a few late calls in the last couple of minutes, Jack, didn't there?
I believe that time the referee did not see the assistant flag.
Yeah.
So Evan Newton will come out to take the free kick, taking valuable seconds off as Arizona leads it over the Energy 1-0. Here's the free kick, and Evans steps in to head it out. St. Cyr heads it back in, though. And it comes down to Schuma. Schuma being defended by Due. Little screen set by St. Cyr. He probably should have been called for obstruction, but no call. Here's a shot taken. Kicked away by the Energy, but won back by Arizona. Castle has it taken away. Ball comes up to Kyle Gregg. Gregg maintains possession. Nice play there by Kyle Gregg to Dujerry. To Thomas, now back to Dujerry. Dujerry through to Javier Castro, who was just a step off sides, and he was. He's going to complain about it, but he was.
No, definitely. I was right in line with it. He was 2 yards offside.
Yeah. And so, had he been a step back, it would have been free sailing to the goal, but now it's a free kick for Arizona. 60th minute. We played an hour here in Oklahoma City. 1-0, Arizona United with the lead.
That's a foul.
Ball flicked up by Kyle Gregg, taken by Javier Castro. He's got a fast break. He's working against Woodbury into the box to the middle. Dujerry, and he shoots it, just misses wide left.
That was a great break by Castro there, Javier. And he done a great ball to Addy. Addy done well to get up there, but just knocked it wide again.
So a goal kick for Arizona. Energy continue with the chances here in the second half. Bob Bartley Electric is a proud partner of Energy FC. Visit us at www.bartleyelectricinc.com for more information. Goal kick headed back in by Thomas. Woodbury sends it back to Newton. Challenged by Gregg, and Newton, all he can do is clear it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Energy, far side of the field. Kyle Miller will take the throw-in, throws it back to Evans at midfield, comes back to the middle to Shipman. Shipman looking long, but does not go long, and sends it back to Howard, who now will go long. Floats it up to Delgado, and Delgado is pushed in the back, and a foul is called as Delgado was slammed from behind, and another free kick is issued to the Energy.
They don't seem to mind giving free kicks away when they're 30 or 40 yards out, do they? I mean, they've given 2 or 3 in the 10 minutes we've been playing. But they defend very well when they get those kicks put in. They defend them, and they defend them in numbers. They've got everybody back behind the ball, 11 players.
Here's Dujerry's kick, and it's headed out by Arizona. Otta still cannot get the ball in the air, and he's kind of disappointed himself. Due sends it long down the field. Headed up by Arizona, right to Dugeri, to Thomas, to Delgado, down the line to Castro, sends it across the 6 and cleared out of bounds across the goal line by Woodbury. Another corner kick for the Energy. Several more chances here for the Energy. They'll go short to Castro, to Otta, and not a good play that time. Arizona steps in, but the Energy able to maintain. Here's Shipman's cross in, and a foul is called as Mark Howard climbs the back of Widner St. Cyr. And so it'll be a free kick for Arizona United. 63rd minute here in Oklahoma City. 1-0 Arizona with the lead.
I thought the foul was in the box, didn't you?
Well, he'll bring it out. They'll let him bring it out a couple yards. Here's the kick. And it's headed up off of Michael Thomas. And this will be an Arizona throw-in. And they will definitely take their time. They're walking to every possession, Mo.
Yeah.
When it's a dead ball.
Yeah, certainly are.
And of course, who wouldn't in these kind of conditions?
Yeah, yeah. We'd be doing exactly the same.
Yeah. Throw-in comes in, down to Stisser, and cleared by Howard. Ball headed back in by Arizona. Who comes away with it? United does, but Due right there to Otta. Otta will send it long down the line to Kyle Gregg. Gregg with possession. Will slow it up to Castro. One touches it to Thomas. Thomas looking far side of the field. Nice look to Kyle Miller running to the edge of the box. Takes it to the goal line, and it's going to go across the goal line. He could not catch up to it. It'll be a goal kick for Arizona.
That was a great run by Kyle Miller, and that's the thing, you know, like 1 minute it stops and slows down, the next minute it shoots off the deck, and it did with Kyle there. He'd have had to be on a motorbike to catch that, but great run, great ball from Michael Thomas. We're certainly on top of the second half. It's just a matter now of whether we can get a goal.
A substitution for Arizona United as John Okafor comes into the contest, replacing Shiloh Shuma up front. So they've made that substitution, their second sub of the night. And here's the goal kick by Newton, high up into the air, cross midfield, and a foul as maybe Evans climbed the back of a player. I guess that's the only thing that could be called.
Yeah, that's what he gave it. He gave it for Evans pushing, but I thought it was just two players challenging. But
here's the restart. Down to Okafor, and he cannot make his first touch as it's over his head out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. Due will take it. 65th minute. 1-0 Arizona with the lead. First goal given up by the Energy in 5 home matches. Arizona sends it back into the box, and Samir Bader comes all the way out to handle it easily. No challenge on him. And looks like he will clear out the defense and will punt it out. High into the air, floats to midfield. Headed up by Arizona. Back in by Mark Howard, nice header. Back in by Woodbury, and we're playing keep the ball in the air. Another header by Arizona. Headed out by Howard. Headed back in by Arizona. Finally the ball on the turf. Let's see who comes down with it. Arizona comes down with it. Long tan over to Atunez. A slide tackle. They're going to play, though. Okafor with it. Sends it across. And no one there for Arizona, but the ball stays in play. Stisser along the goal line. Looking for a cross. Still plays with it. Shoots. And it's across the top of the 6 and knocked out off of an Energy foot. And it looks like that's going to be a corner kick for Arizona.
Yeah, did very well, the lad there. He sold about 3 dummies there and then got a shot in.
1-0 Arizona with the lead. A good crowd here tonight despite the wet conditions. Very good crowd, actually.
Yeah, it is. Surprising. Very good.
Several thousand here.
Yeah, a couple of thousand at least.
And here is the corner by Arizona. Castle will take it from the right side. Lined in there on the ground and went off of Howard's foot. We'll have another corner kick for Arizona. Arizona will be back here in Oklahoma City later in August. On August 14th. And now here's the corner. Lined in there again and headed out by Howard for another corner kick. Energy back at home Saturday night to finish out this 6-game homestand against the Los Angeles Galaxy 2, looking to really avenge an ugly loss in Los Angeles, Mo, 5-0. Here's the corner up in the air, headed down, and where's the ball? Finally cleared by the Energy. Joseph Toby with it, sends it back in. Howard with a header. Arizona still with it, top of the arc. A shot taken. Evans clears it finally. Out to St. Cyr, and he will let it roll out of bounds. So a throw-in for Arizona in front of the Energy bench. Energy unbeaten in their last 7 games. Trying to keep that streak here, run it to 8. A come-from-behind victory or draw is going to have to happen here tonight. Ball is in play. Otta clears it off of a Arizona player. Antunes kicked it out. It'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City. Is it a throw-in or did he call a foul? I guess he called a foul. He called a foul. Okay, I didn't hear the whistle.
Nor did I.
Put back into play. Headed into the box and taken by Arizona's Woodbury. His pass, though, is stolen by Kyle Miller to Michael Thomas. Thomas still with it. Edge of the box, right side. Back to Miller. Sends it in, and a shot by Kyle Gregg is off to the right. It'll be a goal kick for Arizona. Game time Saturday night again, 7 o'clock. All the games here will start at 7 o'clock. McNelly's is a proud partner of Energy FC. Come check us out at 1100 Classen Drive in Midtown. Appreciate their support of Energy FC Soccer. Evan Newton with the goal kick. It is up into the air, shy of midfield, and headed out by St. Cyr. It'll be an Energy throw-in. Dewey will take it way past where it went out, but he sends it back. Howard with it. Looking for Gregg. Flicks it up. St. Cyr with a header. Gregg heads it back in, and St. Cyr will clear it all the way down the field, all the way to the box, and Bader is there with it. Quickly gets it to Evans. Evans, long pass up. Can it stay in? Dugeri keeps it in, yes, to Michael Thomas. Thomas slows it up. Gives it to Dugeri. Down the left side. He crosses it, and no one there, but the ball will stay in. Can Delgado catch up to it? He can, and he slide tackles and gets it, knocks it out of bounds for an Arizona throw-in.
Now they've got to keep them boxed in right in this corner because the pressure we'd be putting on them, we should be getting a goal.
Toby will throw it in for Arizona. Ball is knocked down. They wanted a foul. They're not going to get it. Delgado with possession to Castro.
Oh.
And his pass is right to John Okafor. Okafor comes up with it. And his pass is intercepted by Nate Shipman. Shipman to Castro. Castro to Evans. As he played it back, Evans down to Thomas. A little bit too hard, but the Energy still with possession. Here is Shipman. Over to Miller, and he sends it all the way back to Evans. To Shipman, and now back to Mark Howard as they play possession. Here is Delgado to Shipman, over to Thomas. Thomas goes wide, his pass. Looks like it's to Castro down the line, and the ball is kicked out by Arizona, and it'll be a corner kick for Oklahoma City.
I think that they were a bit harsh there. I thought Castro put it up, run it over. Anyway, got a corner.
Dugeri will take the corner. Can the Energy capitalize on this? They've scored on a corner kick the last 2 games. Here it is to the back post, headed in and off. Kyle Gregg headed off of his own player, Mark Howard. And it's cleared out by the Energy as Arizona was on the attack. It'll be a throw-in for Arizona United.
That was unfortunate, that.
It might have gone in.
Yeah. 2 players went, one missed it, one got it, but headed it against the player who missed it. Oh.
71st minutes, working on the 72nd minute actually. 1-0 Arizona with the lead. St. Cyr with the throw. Dewey heads it off of Okafor, and it'll be a throw-in for the Energy. Dewey throws it into Evans. up to Shipman at the bottom of the circle. Looks like we're going to have another substitution.
Is it Stephen Perry? Or is it?
Possibly, yep. Howard to Douay. Douay back to Howard. And they'll play it over to Evans as they're playing possession back on the defensive line. Michael Thomas comes back to help out. Plays it back to Evans. 72nd minute. Stephen Perry putting the jersey on. Paul Wyatt also putting the jersey on. Here's a pass to Douay along the near touchline, trying to work through a puddle, and it's intercepted by St. Cyr. Being now defended by Douay, and Delgado comes up to Okafor. He's double teamed, and it's off of Peebo Douay. And no, they're going to say it's off of Okafor.
That was ridiculous.
And a throw-in comes to the Energy. Delgado has it. Works down in the corner. Still trying to work in the corner, and St. Cyr takes it away. Cleared out and cleared up to midfield. Howard back to Shipman. Shipman to Thomas, working the middle of the field. A heel pass back to Shipman. He does a nice job to shield Tan to maintain possession. Over to Evans. Evans with a pass up to Dujarry. It's off of his head, a little bit too high, and that's going to go across the goal line. And it's a goal kick for Arizona's Paul Wyatt and Stephen Perry enter the game. And Kyle Miller will come out of the game. So they're going to put more up front. You have now Paul Wyatt coming in. And Stephen Perry. So Stephen Perry comes in for Kyle Miller. And who else is coming out? It's going to be Ada Dujarry. So definitely more offense, and now the Energy go with a three-man back. Mark Howard, Gareth Evans, and Peebo Douay, Mo.
Yep. Just got to be careful now that they don't break against the three. If they push three up.
Here's the goal kick, headed up by Arizona. Delgado has it, sends it to the far side to Paul Wyatt. Wyatt gets his first touch down to Stephen Perry on his first touch on these sloppy conditions. And his pass is knocked down with a handball, so handling is called. Handling is called, and a little extracurricular activity on the far side of the field as Arizona did not hear the whistle, apparently, and Mark Howard went back to retrieve the ball, and now we have an Arizona player down on the field.
He's shamming.
That is Long Tan.
Yeah, he's shamming.
And now they're going to bring a trainer on for Long Tan.
Just take him off the field.
Well, maybe they're not now. They're going to keep the trainer off the field.
He was just acting.
Arizona going to make a substitution as well. Jonathan Topp appears like he's going to check into the game. So it'll be a free kick for the Energy just past midfield, far side of the field. Actually, now they'll bring it past back beyond midfield, and here we go. So Peebo Douay with possession to Shipman. Boy, really some unorganized play right now going on by everyone. Here's the ball as it floats up in the air. It's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Arizona, and I believe now the substitution will take place. So Jonathan Topp out of Fort Worth, Texas will come into the game. And let's see who he replaces. It will be Daniel Antunes.
Who's going off? Who's the number 9? Oh, he's taking his time.
They are really taking the time, wasting a lot of time here, and let's hope that the referee's saying will add the time at the end of the game to this, because Arizona taking off way too much time. 76th minute. Antunes just walks off the field and finally makes his way over to the sideline. So play is now resuming. St. Cyr will throw it in. Headed up by Okafor, headed up by Douay, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Arizona United. They lead it 1-0 here in the 76th minute. And now let's see what's going on here. The referee comes over to talk to St. Cyr. And looks like he's warning them about a delay of game, possibly, Mo, and not for sure.
No, Jimmy threw it at him, and he said that Jimmy had thrown it hard at him, and it had gone over the top of his head, but he went like that and dropped it behind his head, and the referee was telling him, don't do that again.
And here's a foul called against Arizona on the restart. Energy now puts it back into play. Last time these two teams met, Energy scored late to tie it up. Here's the ball giving chase, stops in the water, and St. Cyr just clears it out as it was sent long by the Energy, so it'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City. Perry will throw it into Michael Thomas. Into a puddle, he's able to get it out to Dewey. Dewey sends it high into the air, into the box. It's floating up, bounces once to Paul Wyatt, or make that Javier Castro. Castro sends it back to Paul Wyatt. Sends it into Shipman. The ball's in the air, bounces once off to the keeper, and Arizona's able to clear it.
I'll tell you what, they've got a charmed life at the moment. It's bouncing about out there, and
Shipman over to Evans now at midfield. Evans gives chase and a dangerous pass, and it's won by Arizona.
That's what you don't want to be doing there. You don't want to be passing it across the back of the field.
Pass down by Arizona to the edge of the box. Samir Bader all the way out. He throws it out to Evans, to Howard. Long pass now, down looking for Kyle Gregg. Heads it up to Stephen Perry. Perry is thrown down to the turf, and a foul is going to be called. Just at the top of the arc in the middle of the field. Arizona arguing that one, but I'm not sure where the argument stands, because Perry was grabbed from behind and kind of thrown to his left and tossed down. Easy foul called by the referee. So it'll be a free kick for the Energy at the top of the arc. Arizona will put most everyone in the wall, Mo.
This is where I wish they had that white chalk, because that's not 10 yards again. Oh, it's 2 yards to the...
Well, if he's on the PK spot, it is 10 yards. Yes, it's 10 yards from the top of the arc. So let's see. I can't see the PK spot.
No, nor can I.
It looks like it's in the general vicinity.
Yeah, it's in the area.
We'll call it pretty close. Here's a shot by Michael Thomas, and it's wide over the post. That's how referees can tell in some spots of the field. And now we have an Arizona player down on the field. Joseph Dillon is getting ready to check in.
They're killing time like you can't believe it. This is showmanship.
This is St. Cyr who is down on the turf, and who is, let's see who Joseph Dillon is going to check in for. Looks like he's going to check in for the guy who's down on the turf, Widner St. Cyr. And the trainer is out. Let's see what he's attending to. It looks like it's a cramp. As the clock runs here in the 80th minute, there should be plenty of stoppage time here. Wouldn't you think, Mo, several minutes at least?
I'd have thought at least 4 minutes, and I'd have added more on, because they're just wasting time. It's showmanship. I mean, I can understand it, but it is frustrating. Now he's going to come off like a snail.
Yeah, he's going to take his time.
Take him to the nearest point of the touchline.
And I think that's what the referee is trying to make him do.
He's not. He's walking towards the bench. Look. Good.
So here's the substitution, Joseph Dillon in. And once we resume, it will be a free kick for Arizona. And here's the keeper as he puts it back into play. Ball's up into the air off of the head of Okafor. Pivo Due lets it go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Energy to Delgado. Delgado to Shipman. Over to Paul Wyatt, far side of the field. He runs with it, and it runs into the puddle, and he kind of overruns it, and Arizona takes over.
Yeah, Paul's game is running with the ball, and it's not a game for running with the ball tonight. I mean, you just, 1 minute you're running, and the next minute you hit a puddle. Oh, that's a foul.
Here's a long pass down to Okafor, and a slide tackle, a nice play by Pivo.
Did well there, Pivo. That was a desperate.
have about 9 minutes in regulation to play here, and we'll just see how much added time there will be. And now the referee.
I think he's given a yellow card to.
So a late yellow card to Evans on the slide tackle back at midfield, possibly. He let the play go. Yes, there's a yellow card to Evans as he came back and yellow carded Gareth.
I didn't understand that, Jackie. He's let play go on. They've got the ball, then they've lost it, then he's gone back.
Yeah, not sure, Mo. I'm not sure. I did not recognize what he did.
Yeah,
on the restart, though, the ball went out of bounds, and so it'll be a throw-in for the Energy. Need to choose a man of the match here coming up as we get toward about 8 minutes left to go. That does not include stoppage time, and there should be plenty of stoppage time here tonight. 1-0 Arizona with the lead. Energy needing to press a little bit here, Mo, as the game's getting late. Okafor with it. A slide tackle, nice by Shipman. Evans sends it back now to Bader. Bader will have to clear it out, and he does nicely. Long up into the air, flicked on by Gregg, who gets hit in the head by Woodbury.
Woodbury's been outstanding in the area. I mean, he's won everything in the air. He's 6 foot, what is he, 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah.
And he hasn't missed much. And what he does miss, he clatters the player. So, I mean, I think that's every centre-half's dream.
Here is the Energy now with possession.
Play it.
Delgado looking for someone to pass to. Finally goes back to Evans. Evans looking for a long pass down. Finally sends it to the middle. Perry not there. And it's headed back out to Longtan, and it's over his head. Actually bounced high enough to bounce over his head despite the wet conditions. Here is Thomas to Javier Castro, who's played the entire game. Castro loses it, but the ball bounces up into the air. Thomas gives chase, and won by Okafor, who weighs several more pounds than Thomas, and now a whistle and a foul as they're going to play the foul on the ground as Okafor fouled Delgado. Game getting a little chippy, Mo.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Michael Thomas will take the free kick just in front of the Arizona bench off to our left. Looks like he's going to send it into the box. And here it is. Up into the air. Headed off of an Arizona head. Out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Oklahoma City.
For me, Michael Thomas has been outstanding.
So we will choose a man of the match after the game as we play in the 85th minute. Here's the corner kick by the Energy. It's up into the air. Headed in, off the top of the crossbar, and a player goes down. No foul is called. Arizona now with the ball. Longtan with it, trying to clear. Stephen Perry tackles him, and a foul is called against Stephen Perry. And Longtan is now down on the turf. Energy shot came off of the crossbar. And here comes the trainer out onto the field again to attend to Longtran. So let's see what's wrong with Tan. Looks like possibly was clipped in the ankle, so the trainer comes out to check his ankle. Arizona with a 1-0 lead. Right now, we could be looking at 6 to 7 minutes of stoppage time as the rain begins again. And Longtan limps off the field. Michael Thomas asking the referee Leland Grant about something. Not sure whether a player did go down to the box. Maybe they're asking for a trip. Not sure, Mo, if that really was a PK. But again, a player did go down. But I believe maybe their feet got tangled. I'm not really, didn't get a good look at it.
Yeah, I just saw the guy go down.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he was pushed, fell, slipped.
So here's the restart. Newton with it. And it's headed up by Okafor. Dewey with a nice slide tackle. They will keep it in bounds. to Evans. Evans, dangerous pass to Howard, back to Bader, and he is challenged but able to get it away. Headed back in by Arizona. Arizona with the numbers up front as the Energy move to 3 backs. It comes to Okafor at the top of the box. He will shoot, but it's wide right, and it'll be a goal kick for the Energy as they look for a ball here in the 87th minute. Energy need to press here a little bit now, Mo.
Yeah. Well, we've been pressing all this off, to be fair, Jack. I mean, it just hasn't gone for us, to be honest. I think that they've defended very well. They've won most things in the air. The big lad at the back has won, I would guess, 80% of the ball, and they're killing time very sensibly. I don't like to say it, but as sensibly as you can. Yeah. And you know, they're not doing anything incorrect, but they're just not very sport-like. But unfortunately, in this league, you do what you do to win.
Right now, we believe there will be 5 minutes of stoppage time. Throw in for Arizona as the ball had gone out. Throw in comes to Okafor off of his chest. It goes out of bounds. It'll be an Energy throw in. It comes into Gareth Evans. To Delgado. Delgado brings it across midfield. Ball stops in the water. Arizona now with possession. Ball again holds up in a puddle. Douay takes over. And they bring it up to Stephen Perry. Perry to Kyle Gregg, and the ball is kicked out off of Arizona. It'll be an Energy throw-in. Here's a throw-in to Perry. Perry into the box. Perry into the box. He goes down off of the shoulder. They're going to say it's a shoulder charge, and it goes off of Arizona out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Energy. Michael Thomas will take the corner. The kick is in the air, and the whistle blows first as a couple of players go down. Not sure what happened. They're going to retake the corner kick as the referee is now in the middle of everyone after a couple of players got tangled up and went down to the turf. So we're going to retake the corner kick here. Here's the kick by Thomas. Floats it up to the back post. It is in. It is a goal! Or did he call a foul? What did he call?
I can't believe that. He's
What did he call? Did he call a penalty kick?
I don't know what he's called.
The Energy scored off of the kick, but at the same time he called a penalty kick. And the entire Arizona team is around the referee.
It's a penalty.
This is a very tough call for a referee, Mo, and I will explain it as a referee. He blew his whistle. It had to be a fraction before the goal was scored.
I understand exactly what he's done. He's whistled, and they're complaining that he whistled, and then they've scored. So they're saying you've got to take the penalty, and he's right.
And that's what they're going to do.
And that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a bit harsh on the lads because they think they've scored. Now there's a fracas amongst the other players.
So the Energy have a chance to tie it on a penalty kick.
This is deja vu, Jack.
It is deja vu from Arizona.
Yeah.
We scored on a penalty kick late in the game.
Or didn't.
Didn't score, yeah. We had a chance to score. And now the referee looks like he's going to give at least one yellow card, possibly. Let me see. He's trying to chase everyone away. This yellow card is going to go to number 12. That's going to go to the guy who entered the game, Joseph Dillon.
He's going to get sent off if he keeps on rabbiting the way he is. Who's taking it, Michael? Or is it Stephen?
Michael Thomas will take the kick for the Energy. Now, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in. I don't normally do this as a referee, you know that. If I blow the whistle the same time you score for a penalty kick, 90% of the time, I may give the penalty or the score. It happened at the same time.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
And now.
And they're still arguing.
They are still arguing. The assistant referee from the far side has come on the field. The fourth official has come on the field.
This is organized chaos.
It is organized chaos as the fourth official has come onto the field. Not sure what is going on. These players need to really, I'm not sure who started what or who's going on now what, but everyone really, if it's the energy, Mo, they need to calm down. One, because they have a penalty kick to take.
Energy are walking away, but if you look at Arizona, they're all in a big bunch over the far side. I don't know what they're all doing over there.
And now someone is getting in the face of,
now they're pushing.
Long Tan is getting in the face of Gareth Evans.
Yeah.
All right, here is the penalty kick for the Energy. Michael Thomas approaching, shoots, and scores! Michael Thomas with his 4th goal of the year. And he has tied the game up at 1-1.
In all fairness, we've certainly deserved this. We've had all of the second half, and all they've been intent on doing is killing time and taking a result of 1-0. So we certainly deserve the goal, without any question.
And now Jimmy Nilsson called Michael Thomas over to explain some coaching tactics to him. And Thomas is talking to someone on Arizona, I believe. Who knows? But 4th goal by Michael Thomas. Here's the kickoff, and it's out of bounds. It'll be an Energy throw-in.
Got to be careful now that we don't get drawn into all this.
And a foul has occurred.
No, he's blown up. He's time. He's given time.
Is that the game?
You got to be kidding
Did he just call the game?
Yeah.
He just called the game? There was supposed to be, did they not show 5 minutes of stoppage time?
This is crazy.
And chaos is broken out at the end of the game as the referee possibly might have called the game. As
now we got the police on the field.
The police are coming onto the field as the teams are both surrounding the officials. Jimmy Nilsson trying to get his team away from the referees.
There's now a little fracas going on down here.
Wow, this is chaos at the end of the game. Chaos has broken out. Players going against players, players going against officials. Police have stepped in between the officials who are walking to the locker room. And this game was called at the 92nd and a half minute.
When we
believe, well,
we believe.
Here's the thing, Mo.
I didn't see it.
I did not see the 4th official indicate 5 minutes.
No, nor did I. But on all the stoppages and that, we would
should have played at least 6 minutes.
We're the danger of assumption. We're assuming there's 5 or 6 minutes extra time, injury time.
Exactly. Yeah. There were several minutes of stoppage time, and these two teams still jawing back and forth on the field. These two teams still jawing back and forth. And Jim, if you can grab Michael Thomas there as our player of the game. We're still going to do Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas is our player of the game, and I know he's trying to calm heads down on the field. Michael Thomas is the guy you want down there to calm heads down. And Jim, I know you can hear me down there. What's going on down there? You have Michael Thomas. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jim.
Thanks a lot, Jack. Well, Michael, what an unbelievable end to this game. It seemed from them upstairs like this game ended a little bit abruptly. What was your view of it down here? Do you think there was enough time to play this one out?
No, but I'm not going to say anything more. We all know. Yeah.
Was this as heated a game with all the post-game confrontations and whatnot as you've had this year?
Yeah, I think it's one of those where they're a team fighting for survival. We're a team fighting for a playoff spot, so it's going to be an intense game, and it showed today. Thank you. And it showed today. It was a good battle. We gave up an unfortunate goal. I think we deserved to win. I think that was pretty apparent in the second half once we started going for it. But unfortunately, we could only escape with a point. But better than none.
You've played them now 3 times. The U.S. Open Cup game, which was a very bizarre long game where you guys had a penalty kick very late that was denied. Now you get one that was good. What was going through your mind when you had that chance from the spot?
I had one earlier this year that I missed, and I wasn't happy about it, and it was pretty much the same situation. And I knew since that day that I was going to take the next one and make it. Unfortunately, down in Arizona, I got the red card, so Dookie had to take it. But this one, I was pretty confident going in.